G'day folks, Sapper here with another World of Warships video. Welcome to BLUF, or Bottom Line, Up Front, a series where I review ships but give you the need to know first thing and the in-depth meat further on. Think of it as a ship review video but with a TLDR. In this video I review the Tier 8 Royal Navy Heavy Cruiser, Albemarle. The bluff for Albemarle is that she is a good generalist cruiser that can perform well when played defensively. Even when bottom tier, she has the right combination of traits that can work well in other conditions depending on her build. Her only limiting factor is her armor scheme, but skilled players will be able to work around it and get strong results. Where Surrey is a strong generalist, Albemarle is a generalist that enables flexible build options to suit the individual player. Some players don't like Albemarle, but aside from armor scheme, I honestly don't know why. Albemarle continues the Royal Navy Heavy Cruiser theme of generalists, not really having a defined niche in gameplay or role. She leans more heavily on bow in gameplay thanks to her ABX configuration, however she is not a bow tanking cruiser. Albemarle spends more of her time in terrain safety than her predecessors thanks to being weaker in kiting and open water settings. This is due to turret angles and handling in combination with the poor armor scheme that is common with the rest of the line. Intermediate to advanced players will be able to get good results in open water, but that will be more thanks to skill, upgrade build, or consumables rather than any specific ship specification. Albemarle has a respectable range of 15.7 kilometers and can extend this with spotter plane out to almost 19 kilometers. This allows her to farm damage at very long ranges as the opportunity arises, which is very useful when bottom tier. Thankfully, Albemarle continues the trend of excellent concealment at 9.8 kilometers with full concealment build, and players will be able to abuse this to get into positions the enemy finds annoying or to disengage at key moments. Primarily, Albemarle will want to initiate engagements using her excellent stealth to get an early advantage against enemy ships and to disengage as needed. Advanced players will be able to predict when they will be outplayed and plan accordingly. Basic and intermediate players will want an allied destroyer or carrier to screen and spot for them so they don't get caught out of position. Intermediate and advanced players can fight effectively with Albemarle when bottom tier, reliably getting respectable scores thanks to a high fire chance and good all-round specs. In these situations, terrain and situational use of spotter plane are key. Some inexperienced players will be able to get some surprisingly good numbers if they can minimize the number of positioning mistakes they make. As top or middle tier, Albemarle can be a force to be reckoned with as long as she doesn't get caught out. Thankfully, Albemarle's heel is the improved Royal Navy Cruiser heel seen on Edinburgh through to Minotaur, so there are times when anyone can recover from a mistake. Keep in mind that generally you don't have the health pool for two such mistakes. Albemarle's AA is very respectable for tier, and even without an AA spec, you can pick up a surprising number of plane kills. Speccing into it isn't recommended as the CV will still get drops on you and you will down planes with or without it. Albemarle in almost every respect prepares the player for Drake at tier 9, and she is well suited to being the link between Surrey and Drake. So let's have a look at the build. For modules, Albemarle has the same upgrade sequence as those before her. Range first, then hull. A point to note is that the hull provides 4400 HP and 3.5 seconds improved rudder shift with rudder shift 1. I would recommend using free XP to get range and or hull module upgrades based on your economic situation and playstyle. For consumables, premium repair, heal, spotter plane, and then Hydro or DFAA as preferred. Personally, I prefer Hydro. And now to upgrades. Main battery 1, Damcon 1 or Hydro mod if you are that way inclined, aiming systems 1, rudder shift and concealment. For more advanced players, double rudder shift will get your rudder down to 5.1 seconds and is viable given how good Albemarle's concealment is. I don't recommend it though simply because Albemarle's armor scheme is absolute crap. Advanced players may also be willing to try some crazier combinations, such as spotter mod, propulsion 1, rudder 2, but it will come down to the player's skills to make up for the armor scheme's weaknesses. Personally, I don't recommend doing crazier builds, but Albemarle can work with these types of builds. On to captain skills. Preventative maintenance, because the turrets love to be knocked out just like the rest of the line. Adrenaline rush for DPM. Demo expert, concealment expert, superintendent, and then expert loader for the 14-point build. After that, I recommend expert marksman, jack of all trades, and priority target. But radio location is very viable, and so is basic firing training if you like a bit of extra AA. Either way, if you are taking this captain up to Drake or Goliath, expert marksman is basically a must pick that will limit your options down to 3 points. For legendary commanders, the Dunkirk brothers are an excellent pick thanks to buffs to jack of all trades and expert marksman. The full bottom line is that Albemarle is a good generalist that distinguishes herself from her predecessors with her turret layout and range. In every respect, she feels reliable and can do something in most conditions. The poor Royal Navy cruiser armour scheme really hurts her performance and means that she will eat citadels from battleships at any angle. This armour scheme begins to stand out even further when compared to other Tier 8 heavy cruisers. Much like the cruisers before her, basic level players will want to play Albemarle defensively and from safety when bottom tier. Intermediate and advanced players will be able to use Albemarle's range of strengths to play well in a variety of conditions, no matter the matchmaking. Overall, Albemarle has a lot going for her, but some players will struggle to work with her unforgiving armour scheme. So how does Albemarle fare for noobs or skills? Noobometer? 6 out of 10. Albemarle has a lot of things going for her and the consumables to help make up for mistakes when compared to other Tier 8 cruisers. But she still has a brutal armour scheme that cannot be ignored. Skillometer? 9 out of 10. Albemarle has the right combination of specs and factors to function in a range of circumstances. Advanced players will be able to mix and match builds to find whatever works for them. My recommendation is to free XP the range and hull modules and enjoy playing Albemarle. Start out playing from defensive or safe positions and then see how you go. Albemarle, more than almost any other ship I've played, has the ability to be spec'd in a variety of ways, just at the risk of getting blapped and not quite as well as specialists. I hope you enjoyed this BLUF, folks. Please leave me a like and comment and let me know what you think of Albemarle, this video, or the Royal Navy heavy cruisers in general. Next up for this series is Drake, and she's an absolute ripper, being a clear progression from Albemarle. But can she do everything quite as well? Don't worry, I'll do the hard yards, crunch the numbers, and give you the bottom line up front. And as for other bits and pieces, in case you were wondering, yes, I am still working on the Commonwealth tech tree, but it'll be a while. Like, this is a long-term project. And the reason for that is that I want to get every ship right. I want it all to fit together. And sadly that means that I can't really release any bit of it until the whole thing works as a concept. Unfuck It has been put on hold at the moment, mainly because the two subjects I want to cover, which is HE spam and CVs, they keep getting little things changed in them, or big things as it may be. For HE it was the IFHE rework. For CVs they keep changing spotting metrics or damage or floating AP rocket ideas. And when I unfuck them, I want to get it right. But it is what it is. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And particularly in these tough times, I really hope that you're all okay and that you stay okay. Stay safe and take care, folks, and I'll catch you in the next one.